So in our previous class, see, we have learnt about the definite integrals. See, while calculating the definite integrals, we don't have to write the constant of integration. And also one important point is, see, if we use substitution method to integrate the given function, then we have to change the limits of integration. Okay, so can we change the limit of integration? So let us work out that by taking one example. Okay, so let me consider one example. See, integration of, observe carefully, sin x divided by, see, 1 plus cos square x. Sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x. Okay, let me write it. See, then the limits are, see, 0 to pi by 2. Okay, 0 to, see, pi by 2. So let us, in this session, let us consider one or two examples of substitution method. See, in indefinite integrals also, we have make use of this method. Okay, substitution method. So what must be our substitution? Our substitution must be proper. Then only this method will be successful. So here only difference is, if we use the substitution method, then change the limits of integration. So how can we change the limits of integration? See, here the limits are given as x is equal to, see, x is equal to 0 to, see, x is equal to pi by 2. So we know this is a closed interval, 0 to pi by 2. Like this, generally we have written this closed interval a to b. So can we calculate the definite integral? So antiderivative at the upper limit minus antiderivative at the lower limit. Okay. So now, see here, what must be our substitution? See, we cannot reduce this to standard forms. So only thing is we have to substitute. See, in the numerator I have sin x. In the denominator I have cos square x. Okay, you forget about the square. Only you observe this cos x. So what must be our substitution? So first, let me write. So here we use substitution method. Okay. Here we use substitution method. So what must be our substitution? See, put x. Okay. So you take this cos x, put cos x is equal to t. So what is my substitution? So I am substituting this cos x in the denominator. See, cos x is equal to t. Now you differentiate this, differentiate with respect to, okay, we know this, differentiate with respect to t or x. Okay, so derivative of cos x is what? See, minus sin x into dx is equal to what? Dt. So we are differentiating with respect to t, so we get dx by dt. Cross multiplication we get dt. So then, see, in the numerator I have only, see, this sin x. So I don't want this minus. So sin x dx is equal to, I write minus in the right hand side, see, minus dt. So up to this we used to do indefinite integrals. Okay, when indefinite integrals were given, so the same method, we will follow the same method. But the difference is, see, we have to change the limits. So how can we change the limits? See, when x is equal to 0, see here our substitution is this. See, now I am changing the limits. How can we change the limits? See, when x is equal to 0, observe this, when x is equal to 0, that is the lower limit. Then, see, when x is equal to 0, then, see, our substitution, see, t, cos x is equal to t. Then t is equal to, observe this, t is equal to, see, x takes 0. So cos 0. So cos 0. So cos 0 is what? Value is 1. See, when x is equal to 0, value of t is 1. Then, okay, then when x is equal to, see, upper limit, pi by 2. So when x takes the upper limit, then, see, t will be cos x. X means what? Now I can substitute pi by 2. See, cos 90, value of cos 90 is what? 0. See, this is the meaning of changing the limits. So how the limits looks like? See, when x is equal to 0, t becomes what? 1. When x is equal to pi by 2, then the t becomes what? 0. Now my integral changes to, see, our integral now, I can change the integrals. See this, I is equal to, observe this, okay, see, integral of, observe this carefully, integral of, see, x is equal to 0 was given in the problem. So when x is equal to 0, we have substituted t is equal to cos x. So when x is equal to 0, t is equal to what? 1. See, this 0 is lower limit. So instead of 0, so my limit has become now, see, 1. Then when x is equal to, see, upper limit pi by 2, my value, see, t becomes 0, see, 1 to 0. So my lower limit and upper limit became 1 to 0. So as 0 to pi by 2, my value of t, see, this is t. So t is equal to 1 to t is equal to 0. So this is the point which I told in the last class. If we use substitution method, then change the limits of integration. So limits of integration have been changed 1 to 0. Then see inside the integral sign, this is sin x into this dx. So you observe sin x into dx is what? Minus dt. So that is okay, dt minus. So I will write minus outside the integral sign because that is a constant. Then whatever left in the numerator, see 1 by, then I will write see 1 by 1 plus, see cos square x or cos x whole square. Okay, that is cos x whole square. That cos x is inside the bracket, that cos x substituted as t. So that will be what? 1 plus, see t square, minus is outside. So my entire problem in terms of x converted into t. Only thing is the limits have been changed from 1 to 0. Okay. Now integration of 1 by 1 plus t square. What is the formula? See, we know integration of 1 by 1 plus x square, that is what? Tan inverse x. Then integration of 1 by 1 plus t square will be, so I will continue here. So integration of 1 by 1 plus t square, I write the minus sign. So integration of 1 by 1 plus t square is what? Tan inverse t. Okay, tan inverse t. So don't forget to write the limits, see 1 to 0. Okay, tan inverse t 1 to 0. Now write the minus sign. See once again, see after writing the antiderivative, so you calculate the antiderivative at the upper limit minus antiderivative at the lower limit. So what is my upper limit? 0. So now you put t is equal to 0 here. See tan inverse, okay, 0 minus lower limit tan inverse of 1. So instead of t I can write 1. Now minus, right, minus inverse. See tan inverse 0 means tan 0 is 0. So my value will be 0. Then tan inverse 1 means tan of which angle gives me 1? Tan pi by 4. That is 0 minus pi by 4. Okay, then 0 minus pi by 4 will be minus pi by 4 only. Minus into minus, that will be plus. So see, answer is pi by 4. Okay, so this is the substitution method. So whenever we substitute something, then you change the limits. How can you change the limits? So you substitute these values here, then my lower limit and upper limit changes to 1 to 0. So you substitute them and calculate the definite integral. So this is the one simple example of calculating definite integrals. Okay, note down the solution. Let us consider another. Let us consider another example. So in this I have used the substitution method. So let us consider another example. So integrate see tan inverse x divided by 1 plus x. See, observe this carefully. So there are two methods to work out this problem. So that is 0 to 1. Okay, limits have been given as 0 to 1. Okay, we have to integrate this. See, we can use substitution method or we can reduce it to standard forms. There are two methods. Okay, I will show it by only substitution method. So we have to write once again, we use the substitution method. So what will be our substitution? See, in the numerator we have tan inverse x. So our substitution must be, put tan inverse x is equal to t. Observe this, put tan inverse x is equal to t. Then you differentiate with respect to x or t. Okay, then derivative of tan inverse x is what? 1 by 1 plus x square into dx is equal to what? Dt. Okay, so I am differentiating both sides. So I got this. Then see, now after writing this, see, for our sake we can write this x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 1. That means closed interval 0 to 1. See, observe this. Now we have to change the limits. So how can you change the limits? See, when x takes 0, then, so what is our substitution? Where is our t is equal to, observe this, when x is equal to 0, what is the value of t? See, tan inverse 0, substitute this t, tan inverse 0. Okay, see, tan inverse 0 means, we know in inverse trigonometric functions, tan of which value is 0? Tan 0 is 0. Therefore, tan inverse 0 will be 0 only. That is tan 0 is 0. Then you take the upper limit. When x is equal to 1, observe this, then t is equal to, see, tan inverse, now 1, I am substituting 1, then tan inverse 1. So tan inverse 1 means, we know this, see, tan inverse, see, 1 means tan 45, that is tan pi by 4 is 1. So this implies, this get cancels, I get what? Pi by 4. In inverse trigonometric functions, we have learnt all these things. So how can we write that? What is the answer here? See, pi by 4. See, now my integral becomes, see, I is equal to, see, integration of, now t, because my problem converts in terms of t. See, when x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0, so t is equal to 0. See, when x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. When x is equal to 1, what is the value of t? When x is equal to 1, then t is what? Pi by 4. See, pi by 4. See, 0 to 1 became 0 to pi by 4. So, this is the major difference whenever we are working out the solution of indefinite integral and definite integrals. So then, see, tan inverse x into dx divided by 1 plus x square. So that is tan inverse x. So instead of tan inverse x, we have t. So I can write, okay, t. Then what is the remaining thing? See, 1 by 1 plus x square into dx. So that is the 1 by 1 plus x square into dx is what? Dt. So that t dt. Okay, that problem converted into t. Now we have to integrate t. So what is the integration of t? Use the power rule. So here power is 1. So integration of x to the power of n is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. So integration of t is, that is t to the power of 1 plus 1 is 2 divided by, see, 2. So don't forget to write those limits, see, 0 to pi by 4. Okay. Now we have to use this definition. So integration of a to b f of x is equal to, see, upper limit minus lower limit. Now I can substitute this upper limit. What is the upper limit here? Pi by 4. Instead of t, you substitute pi by 4. Okay, so in place of t, I write pi by 4. You see, pi by 4 whole square divided by 2. So this is the upper limit. Okay. That is equal to, see, pi by 4 whole square divided by 2. Upper limit minus, see, lower limit. Lower limit is 0. Okay, 0 square means 0, 0 by 2, that will be 0. So upper limit minus lower limit. Now we can calculate this very easily. See, pi by 4 whole square means pi square divided by 16. See, pi by 4 whole square by 2 is there. So pi square divided by this 16. 16 into 2, that will be 32. So that is pi square divided by 32. Okay, pi square divided by 32. So this is the pi square divided by 32. So this is our answer. So here also we have used the substitution method. Okay, so this problem can also be worked out by another method. See, another simple method. So what is the second method? We will not do all these okay, two methods for one problem. Okay, so I will show another simple method for this. I will get the same answer. So what is our problem? See, tan inverse x, I will write that, see, 1 plus x square. Okay, so this was our problem given. See this we think this as f of x. Okay, tan inverse x is my function, and if I differentiate this, I will get 1 by 1 plus x square. This is f dash x. So our integral is like this, integration of f of x into f dash x. So how do you write see this? So if we have integration of f of x whole to the power of n into f dash x, then our integral becomes what? See, f of x whole to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. See, it is like this, f of x into f dash x. So that can be written as f of x whole to the power of n plus 1. What is my function? Tan inverse x. See, tan inverse x whole to the power of, so power is 1, so 1 plus 1, that is 2 divided by 2. Okay, don't write this constant because, so this is given as, so what was the, 0 to 1, okay, 0 to 1. So calculate this. See, upper limit minus lower limit. Now my upper limit is 1, so I will write this tan inverse 1, okay, whole square divided by 2 minus the lower limit, tan inverse 0. Tan inverse 0 is what? 0. 0 by 2, that will be 0. See, tan inverse 1 whole square by 2. See, tan inverse 1 means, as we done there, see, tan inverse 1 means what is the value? Pi by 4. So that will be, okay, let me show only 2 steps. Okay, see, tan inverse 1 means what? Pi by 4 whole square divided by 2. So that will be once again pi square by, see, 32. You can do like this also. Here we are not using the substitution method. Okay, in the first method I used the substitution method. So whenever we use substitution method, we change the limits. Okay, limits of integration. That is the basic thing you have to remember. Then okay, so let me consider another example. see integration of dx, okay, dx divided by 2 to 3 x square minus 1. So this is 2 to 3. Let us go for next example. Okay, dx divided by x square minus 1. See this example, so we need not, for this we need not do substitution method. Okay, so if we use substitution method, we change the limits. Otherwise, use one of the standard results. See this denominator is this way, x square. See you think this as x, this as a. See here a is what, 1. Then I can use the formula dx divided by x square minus a square. This formula is what, 1 by 2a into log of x minus a divided by x plus. Okay, I will use this formula. So I equals, say 2 to 3. So I can write this. Okay, this is given. Okay, directly let me write this 1 by, see 2 into a means what, a is 1, 1 by 2a into log of, see x minus a means 1 divided by x plus 1 from 2 to 3. Okay, see 1 by 2 ones are 2. Then okay, we have to calculate the antiderivative. I already have written the antiderivative, upper limit minus lower limit. So half into, see now we have to be careful here. See log of, so what is the upper limit? Okay, let me put the bracket. See log of upper limit. So I will substitute 3 here. See 3 minus 1, that is 2, divided by 3 plus 1, so it is 4. Okay, this is upper limit minus the lower limit, that is log of, once again this lower limit is up to 2. 2 minus 1, that is 1. 2 plus 1, that is 3. Okay, this is lower limit, upper limit minus lower limit according to this definition. Then see half into, see this log of 2 by 4 means what, if I cancel it, 1 by 2 minus log of, see 1 by 3. Now I can write this as half into, see log m minus log n, that is log m by m, that is log of m is what, half divided by 1 by 3. Okay, then see half log m by n, that is half into log of, see if I make this into, then that will be what, this 3 goes to the numerator, that will be what, 3 by 2. So half log 3 by 2 will be my answer. Half into log 3 by 2, that will be my last answer. Okay, note down the solution of this exam. So here we have not used the substitution method. Then let me consider another example. So integration, okay, let me write this integration of to root 3, that is dx divided by AC 1 plus x square. So let me take another example here. See here also we did not worry about the substitution method. Okay, so we know the formula. See what is the formula? Integration of 1 by 1 plus x square, that is we know the formula, see tan inverse x. So that can be written as, see the direct formula 1 by 1 plus x square, that is tan inverse x from 1 to, okay, tan inverse x from 1 to root 3. Then see now we have written the antiderivative. Okay, antiderivative. Now we have to substitute the upper limit minus lower limit. So what is the upper limit here? See tan inverse, what is the upper limit? Root 3. This is upper limit UL minus the lower limit. Now I have to substitute 1 in place of x, that is tan inverse 1. This is lower limit. Now to think the angle, see tan inverse root 3. Okay, see this tan inverse root 3. Okay, let me write it here. Tan inverse of, see root 3 is given. So tan of which value gives me root 3? See tan, we know that tan of which value gives us root 3? See tan 60 is root 3. Okay, so that is tan 60. So 60 means, how can we write this? See pi by 3. Then this tan inverse and tan are inverse, so we get pi by 3. So tan inverse root 3 means what? Pi by 3. 3 minus 3 tan inverse 1, tan of which value is 1, tan 45. So I can write this as pi by 4 because tan 45 is 1. So pi by 3 minus pi by 4. So take the LCM. So LCM is 12. Then you multiply every term by LCM. So pi by 3 into 12, that will be 4 pi, minus pi by 4 into 12, that will be what? 3 pi. See, 4 pi minus 3 pi, that is pi by 12. So this will be our final answer. Okay, here we have direct formula for integration of 1 by 1 plus x square, that is tan inverse x, substitute upper limit and lower limit. So calculate the values.